Today, let's discuss about increasing and decreasing function. First, let's define what is increasing and decreasing functions. If the graph of a function rises from left to right over an interval, it is said to be increasing. If the graph moves down from left to right over an interval, it is decreasing. Critical number of a function is any number which the function has the horizontal tangent. A point of inflection is where the graph changes its concavity. So there are three point of inflection. First, positive second derivative has a concave up graph. Second, negative second derivative has a concave down graph. Then lastly, the second derivative is zero or does not exist at point of inflection. There are three bases for interval. So first, if f prime of x is greater by 0 for every x on some interval 1, then f of x is increasing on the interval. Then number 2, if f prime of x is less than 0 for every x on some interval 1, then f of x is decreasing on the interval. Then lastly, if f prime of x is equal to 0 for every x on some interval 1, then f of x is constant on the interval. Example: what values of x is y is equal to 150x minus 2x cubed, an increasing function? Solution. First, let's derive the equation 150x minus 2x cubed is equal to 150 minus 6x squared. Then factor out. So we have negative 6 times x squared minus 25 is equal to 0. Then to get the values of x in the equation, so we need to factor out again. So we have the result negative 6 times the quantity of x minus 5 times the quantity of x plus 5 is equal to 0. Then these two must be equate into 0. So the values of x in the quantity of x minus 5 is equal to 5. Then the values of x in the quantity of x plus 5 is equal to negative 5. Thus, the critical numbers are negative 5 and 5. The points determine the three intervals, namely the quantity of negative infinity and negative 5, then the quantity of negative 5 and 5, and lastly, the quantity of 5 and negative infinity. The graph is increasing on the quantity of negative infinity and negative 5. Then the graph is decreasing on the quantity of negative 5 and 5. Then lastly, the graph is increasing on the quantity of 5 and positive infinity. To know the values, we just get the increasing interval values in the graph. So the values of x for the function y is equal to 150x minus 2x cubed to be increasing are the quantity of negative infinity and negative 5 and 5 and positive infinity.